Hey, what's going on guys? Sinister Skater here, and today we're going to be looking at the map-based score streaks within Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. If you didn't know, most of the maps in the multiplayer have a score streak that is exclusive to that map. This is very similar to the field order streaks in Ghost, except there aren't any field orders that you complete. The only way to get these score streaks is via the orbital care package. So once you earn your orbital care package, you have a chance of getting one of these score streaks. Now, including Atlas Gorge, I counted 8 out of the 14 maps have a map-based score streak. And those maps are Atlas Gorge, Ascend, Comeback, Defender, Detroit, Riot, Solar, and TERRACE. And although these two maps don't have map streaks, they do have objects or pretty big events to note. So Biolab and Recovery, I'll be showing you some cool things with them at the end. And then Green Band, Horizon, Instinct, and Retreat are the 4 maps that don't have anything going on with them. No big events that I've seen or score streaks, but I could be wrong. I did spend a lot of time in private matches and just playing in multiplayer to find out what maps have score streaks and events and whatnot. But if I did miss anything, be sure to leave them down below in the comments and we will fix it up with the description or annotations, or I might just make a whole nother video. So into the map-based score streaks, the first one is on Atlas Gorge, which you guys may have saw if you watched my Atlas Gorge map gameplay. And the score streak on this map is the railgun. When you get this, you get to switch between 2 giant railgun turrets at opposite ends of the maps, and then you shoot huge energy directed thunder gun looking bullets at enemies down. On to the next map, Ascend. This map has anti-personnel turrets. You guys may have seen this in trailers or whatnot, but when you get this map streak, 4 turrets pop up around the map and they act as buffed up sentry guns and just take down enemies for you around the map. The next map, Comeback, this is personally one of my favorite map-based score streaks. It has the Walker tanks, and these things are the giant spider-looking tanks that are in the campaign, and 2 of these pop up on opposite sides of the map and shoot missiles, and these missiles kind of act like mortars, but they're even better because these missiles are actually tracking missile mortars. So they'll shoot these missiles high in the sky, and even if you're in a building with like an open hole in the roof, the missile will come down, track you, and kill you. So it does get you a lot of kills, and is personally one of my favorite map score streaks in Advanced Warfare. On to the next map, Defender. This map has a anti-air directed energy weapon, which I just like to call the laser defense turret. And when you get this, a giant turret pops out in the middle of the map, and you can't see it in this game because there wasn't any air support in the air, but it turns around in circles and then just shoots down all the air support in the air with this giant red laser, and it lasts for about 30 seconds to a minute. And is an easy way to take down enemy air support. And this is the map that also has the giant tsunami that comes in. Just thought I'd mention that. On to the next map, we have Detroit. This is also another pretty cool kill streak. You get the tram turret in your orbital care package. And what this does is, in the middle of the map on the street, there's a trolley rail in the air, and this carries the tram turret on it. When you're in the tram turret, you get to shoot a minigun type weapon at all the enemies, and you can move this tram turret on the rail from one side of the map to the other through the street, and it is really fun to use in my opinion. The third to last map is Riot. This has the famous inmate tracking system. This thing is very useful. It doesn't last for that long, but is pretty cool. There are these watchtowers located throughout the map that shoot these blue lasers at the enemies and track them when this map streak is activated. And while the enemies are being tracked by the blue laser visually, they pop up on the minimap and are constantly tracked on your minimap with a red arrow. It's similar to like a constant orbital VSAT or a Blackbird from Black Ops 1 for like a constant 15 seconds. It's a pretty awesome score streak. Second to last, we have Solar. This is a pretty hard to use score streak in my opinion. You get the Solar Reflection Tower, and what this thing does is it takes the sun energy and puts it all into this one beam that lasts for like 30 seconds, and you have to move this beam across the map to kill enemies, except when you move your actual crosshair, the beam's like 2 seconds behind where you're moving. It kind of makes it hard to navigate throughout the map, but you can still pick up a couple kills with it. And that's the kill streak on Solar. So the last score streak we have is on TERRACE, and this is the sniper drone, which is very similar to the Wasp if you've played the campaign, but it's not cloaked like the Wasp is in the campaign. But if you haven't played the campaign, this is basically a quad rotor drone with a sniper. You get to move it around the outside of the maps and snipe enemies in the middle of the map, and again, it's pretty fun to use. So those are the 8 maps that have map-based score streaks. Now these last 2 maps don't have score streaks, but they have things that are kind of worth noting. If you didn't know already, on Biolab, there are these bio containers that move on a train system throughout the map. And you can shoot these things and blow people up, and the blast radius of these containers are pretty large. They're pretty deadly, and after they blow up, they do leave a poisonous gas behind that if people walk into can die from, and you get kills if you actually shot the container. So make sure you use those things to your advantage. I like to use them when we're playing hardpoint. That first hardpoint is in the building where all the canisters go through, so be sure to shoot those to pick up a couple easy kills. And then on recovery, this map has it's like a map that has 2 maps in it. For the first half of the map, you're on the outside part of the map, I guess you could say, and somewhere halfway through the game, the map gets bombarded with sludge bombs that can kill you, and then the map gets gassed out like something's wrong with the plant, and everyone is forced to the evacuation zone, which is behind these doors that remain closed until this event happens, and then everyone is shifted to that area, and then the doors shut, and you're kind of in another part of the map, which I thought was a pretty big event to let you guys know about if you didn't know already. And when that happens, make sure you watch out for the sludge bombs and get to the evacuation area as fast as possible. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Those are all the map-based score streaks for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. If this video helped you out, be sure to do all that cool stuff like, favorite, comment, all that good stuff. And then subscribe if you are interested in some more Advanced Warfare content as well as other games within the very near future. But with that, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And as always, I'm 𝐓𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐤𝐬. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.